What a doozy boy crew here with another live stream. We're finally back. We're here. Football is back. The international boring is over. We're going to be discussing Chelsea versus Crystal Palace, which we have coming on Saturday. So make sure to stay tuned for that game as well. But we are going to be discussing the preview today, guys. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Smash the like buttons right now. If you're in the chat, make sure to vote in that poll and say hello, guys. Be up to everyone who's joining. If you're watching on replay, make sure to comment down as well your thoughts as well. And let's roll the intro so we can get into today's stream. Let's go.
We fucking got him.
And we're back, guys. We're finally back. After it was quite a while actually. We haven't really. Why is my camera like that? I just realized. Hang on, guys. Let me just change it. There you go. It's much better. Yeah, it's been about 2 weeks, guys. It's been about I posted a video obviously the other day. It was just a short, quick video I had just in mind. It was one of those reaction videos to the World Cup song. But we're back with some football content. We're going to be discussing today. We're versing Crystal Palace, obviously in a couple of days, which is it's good. It's finally good that football is back. We can finally get rid of this international boring break. And I was off my phone. And yeah, we can finally get back into it. I think it's our first kind of start now with the Potter era. Tuchel got sacked about a month ago. It's coming to be our second game that we are going to be playing. So let me just get this up. I actually forgot how do I put. Geez, I actually nearly forgot how to put up my screen on Streamlabs. It's been that long. Let's bring this up. I'm this article up, and it's just the article of Graham Potter's kind of first decisions on who's going to be starting. We're going to make the lineup soon as well. But we're going to, oh my god, absolute Chelsea and your stupid ads. Yeah. And we're going to be discussing as well who's in, who's out. People on international break and all that. Are people coming back? Who's going to be there? Who's ready? Because this is a game that I don't think a whole main team will be starting. It's a game where a lot of people come back from international break. Obviously, some have done better than others. Some scored one goal and think they're the new Frank Lampard. But we're going to discuss that today. So we got Declan here. Good to see your face. We can call off the search. I am here. I'm back. I think let me check. When was the last time I did stream? Because I think I was gonna do one international break. I was like, fuck this. Like it's just nothing to talk about, And everyone obviously had their content going. I was like, I stuff this. I can't bother streaming. But I did make a video the other day. Just do a video I had a couple of days ago. But yeah, it's been, guys, 2 weeks, and it just shows like Tuchel got sacked. Tuchel got sacked on September 8th, and we're coming to October. So it's been a month and Tuchel's been sacked, and we haven't really seen too much of the Graham Potter era. But this is going to be the start, and this game will dictate our start. From I think the last game was just kind of a warm-up match. I think he's had a lot of time to think, he's had a lot of time to prepare. So we'll see what he will do with the squad, because a lot of people went off the international break. We had a lot of people. Some did more than others. Obviously, like someone like Kante, who was definitely training the pitch. Someone like I think Edouard Mendy wasn't even playing for Senegal. I don't even know. What's your predicted lineup? Salim, who says, what's your predicted lineup, and what would your preferred lineup be too? Yeah, we're definitely into that. We're going to get into about half an hour time. I'm going to be here for about 45 minutes. So make sure to stay tuned for that. We're going to discuss the news, who's in, who's out, and then we'll get into our predicted lineup and stuff like that, because I'm just trying to find some news. What's this Lukaku thing, man? Lukaku's still getting beef even though he's not wearing a Chelsea shirt. But let's see what this article says here. We've got Graham Potter makes his first selection decisions for Premier League clash versus Palace. Chalobah is unlikely to start against Crystal Palace in what will be Graham Potter's first game in charge. Chalobah has made his first impression. Blah 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 blah. blah. See how they just fucking waffle, like made his first start. We don't care. Just tell us why. But this is the main part I want to get into. Obviously, Chalobah may not be starting in his first in Graham Potter's second game, And Chalobah was the one who I think got the most improvement over the long international break because he was the one who was mostly there. Obviously, a lot of our centre backs were gone. We had Thiago Silva for Brazil, Koulibaly for Senegal. So there wasn't really a lot of people there. But obviously, we got this picture here, which I'll bring up now, and it is Chalobah here. He was the main guy there at training. With a limited amount of people. I think Koulibaly, sorry, not Koulibaly, Kante returned as well. I think Gallagher did Gallagher play. Gallagher did play for the young Lions as well, so he wasn't even there. So there was a limited people. There weren't a lot of players there. So we didn't get to see obviously the Pulisic, the Mason Mount. So it was very limited. Obviously, no Jorginho. So this game's gonna be a game of honestly who's ready, who's fit, because you got people like I guess you could say maybe Mason Mount playing 90 minutes for England compared to someone like Chalobah who plays 0 minutes at all, and who would be the better fit? Will we have someone who's been sharp? Or would be better someone who's been a bit relaxed, hasn't had a lot to do, someone like that. But I don't think I want to get into the Edouard Mendy situation because I don't think Edouard Mendy is fit. I don't think he even went to Senegal. Let me double check, guys. But actually, we've got 8 people in here. I want everyone smashing them like buttons right now, guys. Smash the like buttons. I don't want us to have limited likes. We need to get those likes up right now. Edouard Mendy. On this day in 2020, Edouard Mendy made his debut. Who the hell cares? He was in training on the 27th. So on the 27th of September, Edouard Mendy was there. So I don't think he even went to international break. He must have stayed because he must have been the one, that I guess that they didn't really need to use. Or maybe he was injured. I think because he was injured, he had that minor injury. So we are going to have some good competition, and I think having this couple of weeks off, having this time to kind of relapse and get your mind back into football. Because we can be honest, but we can say from February, Edouard Mendy has not been himself. He's been rubbish. And I've always said I think he needs to be dropped, needs to be humbled. So maybe come into this new break. After the break's finished, we can see how he can perform now because we definitely need him to start performing. And then we obviously have the video here. We have the video of Kepa here. He's looking very happy that he's training. He's looking very, confident. I think he's definitely knows he can get number 1 spot under Graham Potter, and he's definitely working hard to get that spot. He definitely knows he can get that, and I think it's a good competition, guys. Mendy, Kepa, we've never had this, obviously, we've had this, but not in recent times. But we've had 2, keepers really fighting for a position, and this is, I think, I've seen something recently. We see players like Donnarumma, Navas, kind of just 2 world class. What do you say? We're world class keepers, kind of fighting for each other's position. And I said, I want to have that at Chelsea. If you want to be a Manchester City, you want to be the PSGs, you got to have that. The Manchester City don't really have that, but Ederson's rubbish. Ederson's not a good keeper. I've always been saying. I think Ederson's okay, but he's not that good. So coming to our team, having someone like Kepa, having someone like Mendy, fighting for the number 1 spot, it will be great. And that's what we all want. We all want Kepa to succeed. We all want Mendy to succeed. So then we don't need to end up going to buy someone else in the summer. We don't need to go and panic when we see one of them on the pitch. That's obviously our ideal scenario. And obviously, we got the new guy coming in January. Solina will be coming. And again, I don't want to rush him into anything serious right now. I would probably put him in, as the 3rd keeper, and then come August, he can maybe when we see maybe either Kepa or Mendy departure, he can make his way up. But there's definitely no rush in that kid because he's very, very young, and it does bring an American in. But I want to talk about Christian Pulisic, guys. I want to talk about Pulisic. Speaking about America, I want to talk about Pulisic because I think Pulisic right now, I think he's lost it. I think Pulisic is something that I think we've lost all hopes on him. Simon Phillips did tweet this a couple of hours ago, saying AC Milan would probably have Christian Pulisic and Hakim Ziyech on their radar to replace Leao if end up selling. I would definitely do this, without a doubt. I would do this. Give them Pulisic, give them Ziyech, take Leao any day of the week. And I think with Pulisic, for me, I think Pulisic is in the same boat with Lukaku. I can see and I can say I never wanted Lukaku, but I think when he came, we saw something there. Right, he came in August, he started September, from September to around November, he wasn't the worst. He had 2, 3, 4 goals, he was okay, he was kind of getting into it, right? Then that interview happened, and I think that interview just started that downfall. The interview that he had, it killed himself. It killed him. His mentality to work. He developed an ego. He developed player power. I don't think he had it inside of him. And I wanted Lukaku to succeed because we damn paid a lot of money for it, but it didn't end up working out. Same thing with Pulisic. I think Pulisic's ego is getting to him. I think the guy, because he's a legend in America. He thinks he's this top man, and I think he needs to be set to reality. He's not. He's not this top man. He's another player who I think's failed at Chelsea. This is his 4th season right now, guys. And I think I said last season, Pulisic did not get enough time for me. I think he should have had the same time as Mason Mount had because I don't think Mason Mount was very good at all last season whatsoever. But I think Pulisic should have got a shot as well because they were both as shit as each other. But he didn't. Right, he didn't. And I think now coming out with that book and his relationship with Tuchel and all that what we know, I think he just lost the love for football. And when you lose that passion to get on the pitch, that passion to play, you lose it all as a player. And for me, Pulisic is finished. After knowing his mental state and how he has that player power, he has that ego, he doesn't want to try, he doesn't want to try to get better, he's getting injured from walking on the pitch. Like I'm sorry, this guy needs to leave. We need to sell Christian Pulisic as soon as possible. This guy, I think, is now a player who will do more harm than good for us now. I think it's time to move on. 4 seasons, it hasn't worked out. Like, Tuchel got sacked. The guy didn't say anything. His dad's crying on Twitter and all that shit. So I think he's just going to cause more problems. And because he was, as it came out, one of the reasons why Tuchel got sacked, I don't want the same thing to happen to Graham Potter. We've got these players and these shit players as well. They're not even good. Like if this was Messi, an exception to Mbappe, whatever, okay, I don't care, right? But this is Mason Mount, Christian Pulisic, Aspilicueta, these bums. They're rubbish, right? These aren't good players, right? And they're having this player power against the manager. I don't want the same thing happening to Graham Potter. So, transfer window is closed though. It's going to be open soon in a couple of months. Teams are always talking. It's never going to stop. But that's football. That's good. That's a good thing. Milan are thinking ahead. They're not going to speak to anyone and then come January and make a decision in 30 days. No, they're going to have plans, and this is their plan. Their plan is to, if they sell Leal, to get Ziyech and Pulisic. So we'll see what happens if this news extends. This is just obviously a rumor from Simon Phillips. But yeah, I will do this in a heartbeat. I will get rid of Christian Pulisic. I didn't say Christensen. The bums are far from gone, thank God. But yeah, I would definitely get rid of a player like Christian. But I didn't say again, Christian Pulisic. Hakim Ziyech again is another player who I just think wasn't fit for the Premier League. I just don't think he was capably good in the league. I think he's a great player. I just don't think he's fit for this league. I think he needs to go to somewhere, go to a AC Milan, go to an Ajax, and just play there. I think Chelsea, it wasn't his level. I think we can all sit here, we can say, someone like Ziyech, great player, great talent, great persona, but the guy just didn't fit our squad. He just wasn't good enough for the league. And that's the guy who, I wouldn't give respect to him, but I was like, okay, I'll give him a handshake. Coming to this club, aiming to try for his best. I think he has a bit of an ego as well. So I think it's best to get rid of these players. 3 months in a window where this type of transfer. 2 months in a window. Yeah, I mean that's all we're gonna hear. We're just gonna hear the rumors. That's why I didn't title this. AC Milan want to buy because I don't know how true this is, but this is just a good talking point because I wanted to discuss Christian Pulisic. But yeah, we're definitely gonna hit this for a couple more months. January window again. Maybe we can see something big coming out because, Bowie has promised 150 million to give Graham Potter. Maybe by February he'll sack him. Who knows? But yeah, man. It should be a good window. Maybe we'll see what happens in January. But coming with this rumor, I guess I would tell him. And then Christian Pulisic's book. Let me get a picture of Christian Pulisic. Let's just see. And again, like even at USA, he just doesn't perform. What's this? Turns out Christian Pulisic does have respect for the fans who treat him as a fellow human being. I saw this. Okay. Good on him. You should be doing it for a minute. Honestly, I think the thing with Pulisic not clapping the fans, I said it. I think I don't condone it, but whatever. I don't care. Like again, I don't give a fuck. Like this guy can leave for all I care. Good on him, clapping him in the American fans. Great. You know, you're not gonna clap the Chelsea fans. Okay, good on you. There's the door. You know, like I think these players just think that they're just this world class. These guys are rubbish. Like for me, I said this. Christian Pulisic, I don't care that he's not going and clapping the fans. I think I don't condone it. He should be doing it, but it just sums up his ego. If I was a manager and I saw that, I'll go, great, you didn't do it, bye bye, get out the door. I think I just don't like that in football. I just don't like players having this ego when they're rubbish. This USA hasn't created a chance on target. So like to me, Pulisic again is just a player who's just ruined his career by getting his ego overturned from his physical ability. Yeah, and I just like I hate that word write-off season, but it is, and for me, we were in a write-off season last season, so season before that technically, but like even I could say last season because Tuchel didn't get his players, and we're always in a write-off season. When Lampard came in, transfer ban, write-off season. Sorry, give him one more season. I mean, I only have one season, but every year's gonna be a write-off season until we get the right coach. So hopefully this one, but yeah, I think this one it's just like a top four. And then what happens next year? Like we give Graham Potter a team. We write this season off. We come back next season and we sack the guy, and then we have to do it again. And that's what I was just so pissed with Todd Bowley. I said Todd Bowley does not know what he's doing. He then picked. Then he found out what he wanted to do was develop a youth. Too late. Come September, oh yeah, all I wanted to do was create a youth team. Should have decided that months ago, man. Like this, I don't know. I say Todd Bowley's a flip flop. Doesn't know what he's doing. Wants to bring new ideas without thinking them through. Sums it up. This All-Star thing, I think it's a thing that we have to think about. This guy wants to implement it next week. Like, mate, calm down, hold your horses, think this through. But yeah, Pulisic, Ziyech. I've said it, Mount, Havertz. They get sold tomorrow. I'm not gonna be upset. They get sold tomorrow. I don't care. We'll talk Mason Mount for England. Obviously, Mason Mount scored that goal for England. And I want to bring. Did he post it on? Where was that post? It was a good post actually. I wanted to bring it because I want to sum up this thing about Mason Mount. And here it is. I want to see Mason Mount scores a goal. Never say never. It's 3-3 against Germany. They're getting relegated, right? They haven't won a game they haven't won a game leading to the World Cup. They haven't won a game. Mason Mount, never say never, right? He's enjoying that he got a draw and enjoying that he got a goal. Compared to Reece James, disappointing and lessons are required to get where we want to be. Let's keep pushing. I want to compare these quotes because these quotes compare their mentality. And this caption from Callie says, if you're still torn as to who should be future Chelsea captain, look at the differences in the mentality from a 3-3 draw and a friendly after relegation, and then the side should be able to decide easily. And I agree. I've always said Mason Mount's a boy. Mason Mount's a kid. Same with half his shots players. Same with Hakim Ziyech, Christian Pulisic, even Aspilicueta. Half these guys are boys, right? And having this mentality after you get a draw, and just because you scored a goal and you get a draw, it just sums up this mentality. This guy, Mason Mount, is a boy. He's never going to get to the highest level possible if he doesn't act like a man. Look at Reece James's comments. We need to push. We need to get better. We need to, because if you draw 3-3 from Germany in a relegation, but you scored, okay, be happy, but you got to keep working harder, mate. Because I think Obviously, flip-flop Chelsea fans are coming out saying, "Oh, Mason Mount proved everyone wrong." Blah blah blah. Mason Mount scored 1 goal for a team that is not even wearing the blue kit. All right, Mason Mount needs to continue doing. Same with Kai Havertz as well. These three guys, they had a great performance for Germany, great performance for England. Translate this to Chelsea. Havertz playing well for Germany sums up this league is too hard for him. Mason Mount scoring in England sums up this league is too hard for him. It sums it up. They're killing it for their team. They're killing it for the national team. Why aren't they killing it for Chelsea? They're playing in the same position. Mason Mount's got in that exact position plenty of times. Havertz got in that same position plenty of times at Chelsea. He never shoots. Mason Mount would never shoot. Mason Mount would have tapped the ball, tried to cut it in, and do all this stupid shit. They would not do that. They've been in that position multiple times, and they've never had the shot. Thumbs up. But think of Bowie. Think of this. Bowie wants everyone out. That took Roman 2 decades of putting together. We are in a long period of mistakes. We're going to be in a mess for 5 seasons. Hopefully, it doesn't take that long. And I've said, if he wants to do that, that's fine. Get rid of Roman's, work and bring in your work. But then sacking Marina and Czech before the window finished, then not replacing him, sacking Tuchel halfway through the season. It's just the timing was horrendous. I said, if he was going to sack any of them, sack him as soon as you walk in the door. You go Tuchel, Marina, Czech, get the fuck out. All right, if you're not going to do that, you wait till the end of the season. Right? I'm glad he got rid of Marina. That's great, but you need to replace him, or her. It doesn't work out like that. But let's get into the predicted lineup, guys. Let's get these. We've got 8 people in here. I'm smashing them like button right now. Because is it FIFA? Oh, we can find a FIFA 23 squad builder. Got a new squad builder now, FIFA 23. New FIFA is out, guys. I think Kante had the highest rating for us. But let's fucking stupid ads. How can I change the formation? 3-4-3. All right. In goals, I think Mendy is not ready. I think he's been out for a bit. I think Kepa's got confidence. I think Potter prefers Kepa. You got to back the manager, back the gaffer. But yeah, I think the press conference would be tomorrow. So we're gonna hear more about injuries and stuff. Like is Kovacic ready? Blah blah blah. But I think majority of players should be ready. I think just the ones we don't know is maybe like someone like Mendy, Kante. That's it. I think even Kante, but maybe Kante and Mendy are the ones that we're hesitant on probably playing. But let's start go. So I'm gonna put Kepa Arida Balaga. Whoa, he got bumped up. He got the 80. Wasn't he 79? Oh, he got his shitty hairstyle on there. Kepa Arida. What did Mendy get? Give him 86? How do I give him 86? Kick 81. Oh, yeah, that's it, guys. That's how you know they don't watch him. They gave him an 81 kick. There's a Benjamin Mendy there. They gave him 81 kick. Wow. That's how you know the FIFA don't watch these players. See, look, guys. Kepa has the higher FIFA kick rating. He must start. Gee, I think Kepa actually has a better card than Mendy. That doesn't make sense. Oh, no. No, it doesn't make sense. All right. 3 centre backs. We got Thiago Silva. Chalobah is looking like it's been ruled out from absolute Chelsea. I don't know if that's waffle or not. We've got Koulibaly, Cucurella. I don't think Cucurella play at Spain. I'm telling you, I didn't watch any of these games. Oh, just too boring for me. No, Alonso started. Was Cucurella on the bench? Wow, Cucurella didn't even get called up. Oh, what the hell? 10th of June. Oh, this is June. They only play one game. Oh, wait, Spain didn't play any games. Oh. Oh, Spain did. What? No, they did. The fuck is wrong with this stupid? Oh my days! Are you serious right now? Oh my god! This Google thing is fucking. Now it's not loading. Here we go. Nico Williams. Oh, Nico Williams. No, they didn't call up Cucurella. No, Cucurella didn't play. So Cucurella didn't play. So I'll definitely put in Cucurella. Oh, we won't put him in yet. These are high centre backs. Okay, so Cucurella will probably be starting, which probably means then if Cucurella starts, Chilwell. I'll probably put honestly speaking, I'll probably put Cucurella here. Fofana as well, guys. We can't forget Fofana. You nearly forgot Fofana. I completely forgot we had that young fella. Cucurella got an 81. Okay. I'm gonna put Fofana on 79, and I'm gonna put Koulibaly. Kept at 80, Mendy 86. Real opposite. Koulibaly got 87. Wow, big ratings. 59 pass. It's okay rating. Okay, so we got a good, nice backline here. Stock standard. Reese, what did Reese get? Let's tell me Mount got higher than him. Oh, Mount got the same 84. I'll put Chilwell here because I think if we're gonna get someone like Reece James on the right, Cucurella playing, I think Chilwell should start because I don't think Thiago Silva starts. I think because he played for Brazil, I don't think he'll use him. And if Cucurella never got called up, Fofana never got called up, Chilwell barely played. Play them three. You know they're still fit. What did Jorginho get? Jorginho got 85. Oh, higher rating than Mount and probably Deckers. What did Rice get? That's at 84. Jorginho has a high rating. Kovacic. Oh, it's Kovacic. 84. Probably put Kovacic. I think Kovacic. I would rather him than having Gallagher. Rather him than Loftus Cheek. Maybe we might see Loftus Cheek. But let's put what we think. Mr. Kovacic there. Up front now, guys. Sterling, stock standard. You know, definitely put Sterling. What does Sterling get? 86. Wow, he already has a different card. I'm making gold to make it all look the same. Sterling, stock standard. Now we've got Havertz, Mount, Pulisic, Ziyech. I could pick. I wouldn't pick any of them. I'll put Broja up top. Actually, I am gonna put Broja up top. And then we got I forgot we have a Bamiyang. I completely forgot we signed the Bamiyang. Shit, guys, we put a Bamiyang up. I actually completely forgot we signed the Bamiyang. That's a good card. 87 pace. Jesus Christ. Jorginho 54 pace. I'll probably put the Mount here then if we have to. What did Hatchway? Let me check what Havertz got. 84? You already got a tot? How did he get this? What did he do? What's this? How did Havertz get a tot? What the hell? Why not Silva in that? I wouldn't put Silva because I don't think Silva would be fit. I think coming from Brazil, and there's no need to force him. We're gonna be playing 4 games. Let me get the fixture up, guys. We're gonna be playing like 4 games a week, nearly. In 1 week, we're playing 4 games. So we've got Palace on Sunday, jump in Thursday, Milan. I'd rather have win, and that's a must win. And I'd rather keep Silva from Milan because he just played for Brazil. Yes, Crystal Palace is a hard team, but I think we can have the 1 week off where we don't need to play Silva. Wolves, Milan. Look, a week later, Villa. 3 days later, Brentford. 2 days later, United. 3 days later, 4 days later, Salzburg. 4 days later, Brighton. 4 days later, Dynamo Zagreb. So like heaps of games, and I think majority is going to be played by Thiago Silva. So I wouldn't put Thiago Silva in a lot of these games. And for me, I would rest him tomorrow. Got Liam Lane in the house. Big up to Liam Lane. Hope you're well. Guys, let's get these likes up. Guys, 12 people in here. Smash the like buttons. Put that notification bell on, guys, right now. How many likes we on? Guys, we're on 10 likes. No, we're on 8. Oh, no, we're on 10. We're at 18 votes. Who will win? Chelsea, Palace, or draw? 72% of you guys say Chelsea will win. So yeah, I wouldn't put Silva in this game, but this is probably my prediction lineup. Why is there a thing there? Because yeah, I don't want to like rush this like team. I think Thiago Silva is a player who I've always said that for me, Thiago Silva is not a starter. He's a rotational player. This should be our back three majority of the time, honestly speaking. Because Cucurella, I would prefer him to play centre back if Thiago Silva isn't fit. Thiago Silva, hopefully it doesn't happen, but if he's injured, I would rather have this back three than maybe take out Cucurella and put in, like take out here and then put. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see that. I'd rather have I'd rather a centre back? Is it left? I thought it was left back. There's left back here, but I put him in and this is centre back. Maybe. That doesn't make sense. No, doesn't make sense. But yeah, guys, let me know. Would you guys change any of this lineup? If anything, maybe Kovacic or Jorginho, one of them out. If you know, maybe someone like maybe Loftus-Cheek comes in. I'm not sure, but I would sit here and I'll say I wouldn't play Thiago Silva this game, but I can't see and say maybe not Jorginho Kovacic because I guess I don't trust anyone else. Oh my god! I also forgot we got Zakaria. You know what? I actually would start Zakaria. I would start Zakaria. I think it's a perfect game to start him. I think he's had. I mean, he did go to Switzerland. 81 rating. That's a good rating. I don't know. Would I play Zakaria or would I play Jorginho? I don't know because I want to start Zakaria because I want to get him involved. I want to start him come up, start playing, but I don't want to also just like rush him. I'm not rushing, but I don't want to push him in. We got the Ankit from Almighty Sports Plus. Big up to you, bro. Hope you're well. Make sure to smash the like button and let me know your thoughts on the lineup. What would you change? What would you keep? Yeah, and up front as well, guys. You know, I think this is going to be a tough decision. I don't think we're going to get this right. I don't think we're going to get this right. I think we can either see someone like possibly like Broja start or Havertz, even maybe RSND might start. Like, there'll be a lot of different variations for Potter to choose, and it's gonna be. I think it might be a difficult decision for him. Will he start someone who has some some sharpness? Someone like Mason Mount who played in England, or will he start someone like Cucurella who didn't touch Spain? So it's a different kind of mindset to think of, and we'll see which one to pick. I don't see him starting. Yeah, I mean, like, when's the best time to slot him in? Because I showed you guys the fixtures. If it's not tomorrow, do we start him in? I don't know, Wolves or like put him in Villa? Like these are all hard games. But, we're not on a good streak right now. We're actually kind of ass. So we'll be playing him in a game like this where we can, I guess, it's it's the first game back, first under Potter. Do we start him now, or do we wait a couple of months, maybe start him, at the end of October or something? But yeah, it's gonna be a tough decision for Potter because obviously a lot of players there. What else? And obviously the keeping position. Again, guys, keeper starts any day of the week. I think for me, Potter will not use the keeper who can't kick a ball, and obviously we don't have a player who maybe has the best distribution as someone like Sanchez. But again, Sanchez didn't always have that great distribution. Potter brought it into him. So I would preferably choose someone who has a little bit of a more of an experience than someone who can't kick a fucking ball straight. And obviously, Mendy's been injured, so we need someone on our starting foot who has the best best of form. But now we're talking Mount and Kai for that spot after the way they played this weekend. And yeah, obviously, will Potter be looking at everyone's recent performances on the weekend or the international and go, yeah, I think Mason Mount did okay. Does he deserve a start? Um, as I've said, Liam, I think Mason Mount and Havertz, this one goal does not dictate that they're good. They're still rubbish, and they still need to improve. I've seen them get multiple times in that same position where Havertz could have a shot, but the guy fucking just like dribbles into the opponent. Like Mason Mount could have shot the ball, but no, instead Mason does crossovers or fucking fakes the balls. Like they don't do that for Chelsea guys. Like if they did that for Chelsea, it'd be a different story. But these guys don't get that. They get in that position, but they don't shoot in that position. They never do that. And when I saw Havertz do that, I was like, fantastic. Put a fucking Chelsea shirt on and do it then. I don't care if it's for Germany. I'll be honest. I don't care. Right? Put a Chelsea shirt on and do it for Chelsea. Right? A player like Jorginho, who played well for Italy, played well for Chelsea, is someone where I can look at and go, that was the player who did very well for his international team and did well for our club. But I can't see it and say Mason Mount's done well just when he's only played one good game for England and then didn't even win the game. And he starts celebrating like he won the game. Never say never. Yeah, well, you're never going to score a goal on a Chelsea shirt. Like, it's the guy's just honestly pissing me off. But yeah, and then I think Havertz got the team of the week, international team of the week, which was crazy actually. I mean, he's the only team of the week he's ever going to get, so fine. Allow him to have that for sure. But yeah, guys, I think this will be the lineup. I'll probably say for the score. Honestly, I don't know. I'm feeling maybe like a 1-1, honestly. I'll probably say 1-0. Probably say 1-0. Our win. Definitely show Kai was the better in the. But remember, Liam, he's played as a 10. We can see it and we can see. All right, Kai Havertz can play as a 10. That's great. But when they've played in that position, I'm not convinced that he fitted a better system at Germany. I think it's just because Germany, I just think because it's easier. That's why. Once Werner came on and went up top, I didn't watch the game. Was it when he dropped deeper once Werner came? Yeah, okay, so he dropped deeper. Yeah, so again, Havertz can play as a 10, but he's always played here. Maybe this might be a Aubameyang. This might be a Aubameyang Brozier. This might be Mount Havertz, and then this might be Sterling and Pulisic. So if Mount and Havertz are always find position, that's great. I think Havertz should. I've always said Havertz should be more of a creator. We didn't sign the guy to be a finisher. We should never use him to be a finisher. Same with Werner. I always said Werner. We didn't sign him to be a finisher. Let's not force him to be a finisher, right? No, wait. Sorry, we did. Hang on. Got that wrong. We signed him to be a finisher. He should be playing up top, but instead we put him in a more creative position. We couldn't do that, right? And that's one guy who's absolutely finished. That guy's rubbish. Werner, man. Couldn't even. I don't think the guy scored yet in the Bundesliga yet. But this is a stock standard. Sterling is a stock standard, and Reece James are the two players we can sit here and say they start every single game, right? Aubameyang, I think Aubameyang for me starts every single game, and then except for when we give some come to Brozier, right? Even again, Brozier needs to come on and he needs to prove himself, right? We are at a level where our standards have absolutely gone out the window for strikers, right? That opportunity Kepa and Brozier created the other game, fantastic. That's great. We need to see more of that for Brozier. That's why I want to see him on the pitch. But what he can do up top, because I honestly think he should have scored that goal where it went over the bar against Salzburg. I think if that was Havertz, I would be screaming at him. I did the same for Brozier. I go, Brozier should have scored that. If that was Havertz, we'll all be on his ass. Right? But it's Brozier, so we all let it go. But Brozier should definitely score on that game against Salzburg. But we need a Aubameyang to gain form. I've always said, I actually, for once, do not know how Graham Potter is going to use Aubameyang. It's not his player. Doesn't know how to use him. Let's see how he can do it. Because I think it's a bit of a different. Could we compare him to Welbeck? I don't think. I think Aubameyang is quite not a special, but a different player. And I always said he was a Tuchel signing. So it's gonna be quite interesting to see how Potter can get the best out of him. For sure. Let me see if there's any breaking news on Twitter. Has anyone said anything about like who's in, who's out? We'll hear that more tomorrow, I think. Um, yeah, nah, nothing, nah. Can't find it because I want to know who's fit, who's not. I don't know. I don't know because it technically is a Sunday. I just can't stream tomorrow. That's why I am doing it today. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts on the lineup, guys. W lineup, L lineup. Who do you want to change? Who do you want to see in? Who do you want to see out? Again, I might take Zachary out because yeah, I don't think Zachary starts. But I like when's the time that he does start? Like, when's the time that we can see it and start him? Because I don't want this to be another Saul. I said Saul for me could have done very well. I think Saul for me didn't even do the worst at Chelsea. He just never got the opportunity, right? Well, maybe that's fair enough. Jorginho was playing alright, Kovacic was here and there, but Tuchel decided to start Loftus Cheek for me, which I think should have been Saul. Zakaria should be given a long term shot. I actually want to end up buying this guy. I think this guy has absolutely fantastic physique, and he uses his body very very well. And it's a player I definitely want to see for the future if he performs. I watched him at Mönchengladbach. I spoke to a 3-4 Juventus fans, and they go, "This guy's an absolute beast." Unfortunately, his injuries, and he just didn't get backed by the manager. They bought him, and then they just stopped. Like Juventus is a fucking weak club. I absolutely hate Juventus now. I used to actually really like them, but I think as soon as Ronaldo joined them, I just started to dislike them a lot more. But yeah, nah. Is there someone I definitely want to see implement in our team? Because I don't want to go. I don't want to go end up buying, and forcing a buy for someone like Declan Rice next season for like 150 mil. Like for me, no way. No, I would. I want to get Zakaria. Go buy someone cheap like Alvarez. For me, we're not getting Declan Rice, guys. And actually, I think there was a link for Declan Rice the other day. I think there was some news that Declan Rice might be coming or something like that. But Declan Rice, guys, will not be a Chelsea player. We're not going to see that. Um, man, I'm done with all those things. But Matt Law did say, I'll bring this up right now, guys. I don't know how true this is. This is what Matt Law said. I tend not to believe the Declan Rice rumors because even though when he was most linked with us, he never got signed. So Declan Rice is still on Chelsea's radar, as per Matt Law. The guy's always gonna be on our radar, but the guy's just never gonna join us, and that's how we should keep it. Right? I think Declan Rice comes. I think Declan Rice honestly kills our fan base, kills our team, and that's something that we really need to upgrade. We need to upgrade more, leadership, more power within the managers, less power within the players. I think Declan Rice comes and just absolutely ruins that. So Declan Rice is a no for me, guys. But we got 15 people in here and only 13 likes. Guys, let's get to 20 likes right now, guys. Come on, smash that like button right now. Subscribe if you're new. Chat below, guys. We're gonna be here for about 5 more minutes, so get your last comments in. Um, and yeah, this is a lineup that I think we're gonna be starting against Palace. If this was a Tuchel lineup, I think Tuchel will go something like this. I'm not sorry, Tuchel. Potter. Again, I don't know how Potter thinks, but if this was Potter, I think he would do something like this. I think for me, Potter will use a lot of the players who have been there. What's this FIFA name now? Fucking something that have been been at training, has had less time on the pitch. Um, I think it'll be something like this. I think it's a Havertz. I think Potter wants to get the more use out of Havertz there, and I think that'd be the best thing. Havertz, for me, I've always said, I think the guy's rubbish. I don't think he's a good player right now, but doesn't stop him from being a better player in the future. It's just, I don't want this guy to be here for 4 or 5 seasons and then not show anything. If this guy doesn't show anything this season, it's time for him to leave. And I hope Potter can get the best out of it because we paid a lot of money for him. Like for me, I think the reason why I think every Chelsea fan should want these players to succeed is one, they wear the badge, and two, we paid a lot of money for this. A lot of Chelsea fans just get too attached, right? Or they get too discredited. Like, oh, Havertz, he had a flop performance, but you know what? He was the best on the pitch. Always lying about the shit. We need these guys to have the truth. And Havertz has been rubbish. I think since as soon as he scored the Champions League final, everything went out of his head, and he definitely needs to improve on that. But yeah, I think he starts Loftus-Cheek over Kovacic. I think maybe because it's, or even over Jorginho. One of them, I think one of them doesn't start. I think Loftus-Cheek honestly starts. I think he'll start someone maybe who has just a bit less time on the pitch and has a bit of a rest and can come in and make an impact physicality wise. Because obviously he didn't go to international break, so he might be more fit. It's either that. It's either option one. He goes with players who have had a big break, or he goes with players who have been sharp. But we'll find out. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here, guys. That's it for the stream today. Hope everyone did enjoy it. It's our first stream in 2 weeks. We're gonna be live again on Monday, 10 a.m. UK time. We'll discuss the Chelsea preview, and then we'll jump right into previews. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Smash the like button if you enjoyed, guys. Turn that post notification bell on so you never miss a stream, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye.